Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Oh my goodness, today was quite a day, so let's get right to it. At Sabrina's, Carlos, the recently back from the dead Carlos, is taking care of Sabrina and making her tea because he kind of made her faint yesterday. And like, I'm so into it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really into it. So Sabrina asked Carlos about what happened, and he says circumstances allowed him to fake his own death while furthering someone else's agenda. More questions than answers, Carlos. Seriously, more questions than answers are raised when you say stuff like that. But he won't say any more. That's all he'll say about it. So, whose agenda? Like, obviously, like, I don't know. Is it Julian's? I don't know. He says he's out, but whatever. But Carlos wants to know if that's his baby, and Sabrina's like, no, and he doesn't believe it for a second. He is fully convinced that that's his baby, and Carlos wants her and the baby to leave the country with him, but Michael is knocking at the door, and Sabrina convinces Carlos to hide, even though he's like, I'm not hiding till you tell me the truth. Whatever. Oh. I'm not out of order. I'm so good. At AVA'S, Paul and Ava are waking up at the same place, which is just really grody. And that's my word for gross, by the way. I don't know if I made that word up. But they get the news that Kiki's been arrested. And Paul tells Ava what happened with Kiki. She wants Paul to help and like drop the charges, and Paul refuses because he's like, I can't play favorites, it'll like look way too suspicious. At the police station, Kiki has been arrested and is at the station, and she's content with being there. She's scared, but she's happy, like, you know what I mean. So Jordan comes in and pulls Nathan off the Kiki case because of the connection with Nina, and she'll be handling the case personally. Then Ava shows up to help Kiki, but Kiki's like, I would literally rather sit in jail than have your help, which I'm really happy she said, because it's the kind of stuff that I dream is said in General Hospital. Morgan is at the hospital. Dr. Maddox comes in to evaluate him. Dante tells Michael what he said to Lulu about them being over, and that it was like in the heat of the moment, and he was just like very defensive at the time, and that like he didn't necessarily mean it. And then Bobby wants to plan Thanksgiving, so then she's like in and out. Michael leaves, and that's when he's at Sabrina's. Sorry, I'm a little out of order there. There's always one character that messes up my order. So Dr. Maddox starts the session with Morgan. He wants to, they actually have a really nice conversation, not too invasive, just like asking him basically how, if anything's changed in his life, and like what could be causing him stress. And when Morgan like rattles down the list, I like feel bad for the poor kid, because like a lot has happened. But Dr. Maddox wants to keep Morgan at the hospital so he can better evaluate him, and Morgan agrees to it, surprisingly. But I think Morgan's turned a corner, so I really don't think it's that surprising. I really think Morgan, we're gonna see a lot more, you know? Christina shows up, which I'm so excited about, and Morgan asks Carly to help out Kiki, because she is remorseful, and she really, like, Kiki really does, like, she feels horrible, and Carly agrees because she really does like Kiki. I think the whole family does. The whole family cares about Kiki more than her own mother. And Sunny and Morgan have a raw and honest talk about bipolar disorder, whether or not he has it, what's gonna happen, basically the steps they're going to take either way. And what it boils down to is Morgan's scared. Like, he's scared. And no matter what, Sunny says he's going to be there for him. And I think it was a really, really nice moment between the two of them. At Lante's/Dante's/ where the betrayal happened, Lulu picked up the separation papers and is dropping them off at their apartment. Maxie's with her. And she's also picking up a few things for her and Rocco, and she says she hates being there. Lulu finds a lipstick in the bathroom and thinks it's Valerie's and starts going on about how they're having an affair, and Maxie's like, actually, that's yours, because I got it for you last Christmas, but now I know if you really liked it or not. A little awkward. Dante comes home. He sees the papers, and she said that he's the one who said they were over, so she's just taking the next step. And he starts going down the slippery slope of like, what's next? Are you gonna take my kid from me? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna try to keep me away from the kid that you're gonna have all on your own? And Maxie tries to get her and Lulu to leave so that like stuff doesn't get said that can't be taken back. But instead, Lulu tells Maxie to go because they have to talk. Basically, he wants to know what he can do to regain her trust, and I'm having a little bit of Ross and Rachel flashbacks during their conversation in certain parts, especially when she's like, you know, other men cheat, or like, shoot, I never thought you'd be the one, I never thought you'd hurt me. Like, basically, every time she said, like, I never thought you'd hurt me, or something to that effect, I had, like, the Ross and Rachel flashback of the, yeah, you know what I mean. Back at the police station, Carly shows up and wants to talk about dropping the charges. She says she doesn't want charges pressed because, you know, she can't really be sure what happened that night, and she doesn't feel it's fair to Kiki to, like, arrest her or charge her with something when Carly herself can't be sure what happened. So Jordan leaves the final decision up to Paul, and he's like, okay, I won't prosecute. It's Thanksgiving, so, you know, mercy, justice, whatever. Ava is like, thank you, Paul, thank you, Paul, thank you, Paul. And Jordan's like, actually, you should be thanking Carly. So Ava begrudgingly, and I can't stress that word enough, begrudgingly thanks Carly. And Kiki legit thanks her, and like they hold hands. It's so cute, her and Carly, because like that's what a mother should be, and like a poor Kiki. But Ava tries to talk to Kiki and invite her over for Thanksgiving, but Kiki is literally just ignoring her because Kiki, Ava's kind of off to the side over here and ignoring her and talking to Carly and asking about Morgan. And then Carly's like, well, you can talk to him yourself. And her and Carly leave together, and Ava's not happy. Ava's not happy at all. And also at the police station, Maxie and Nathan are headed to Portland for Thanksgiving, which I think the four of them have like such the great, like they have the greatest, I'm so proud of them. It's such a grown-up, mature relationship, the four, you know, Ellie, Spinelli, Nathan, and Maxie. Like, I love it. Back at Ava's, Paul and Ava are back at her place. She's like, thank you, Paul, thank you. And he's like, well, I didn't really do it for you. Like, I did it to look good in front of Carly, because now I'll be, like, really low on a suspect list. You know, they won't think it's me. Also, back at the hospital, Carly brings Kiki to the hospital. Morgan apologizes for what he did to her, and Carly invites Kiki to Thanksgiving with them, and then Bobby comes in with like 10 bags of food. I like Bobby. She's like the savior that like General Hospital needs, you know? At Patrick's, Sam comes home. She fills him in and says that even if Jason regains his memory, it wouldn't change anything because being with Jason doesn't feel like being with her husband, and all the J-Sam hearts broke in that moment, mine included. But Sam asks Patrick to still marry her because she loves him and the life they built together, and the whole thing's just like really sweet. And I like, in the back of my head, I'm like, see, Patrick, I told you so. You let someone go off and like be an adult and figure themselves out, and maybe it'll work out. But at the same time, I'm sad. I think we all are. End scene, because we'll end this on a great note. Christina, Morgan, Michael, Kiki, Sabrina, Bobby, Carly, and Sunny are all having Thanksgiving in Morgan's hospital room. Carlos vows not to go anywhere. And Sunny makes a Thanksgiving toast or speech, I don't know. He's hopeful next year they can all be together, including Avery and Dante. Lulu leaves the apartment. Dante's left looking at the separation papers. Paul is going to the Quartermain family Thanksgiving, and Ava wants him to stay with her. And she's like, well, you can spend it with your other daughter. And, like, that doesn't seem thrilling to her. See, that's what happens when you alienate everyone. You're alone on the holidays, Ava. This is specifically to Ava, because she literally, yeah, her life could have been a lot different right now. She could have at very least had Kiki if she didn't, you know, sleep with her boyfriend. And then Sunny goes through everyone and thanks everyone, and he even tells Morgan he inspires him to go through what he's going through. So the whole thing's just really sweet and really nice, and left me feeling good for the day. But thank you for tuning in today. I will see, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means so much. And also, we have a link to a YouCaring to save our animal sanctuary. If you could please check it out and maybe donate even $1, like it would help so much. I can't even stress that enough. But I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. And I just looked. I know it's a repeat, and then Friday's like football or something. Yeah, we have a new tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last day together for the week. Well, we'll enjoy it. We'll savor it then. But in any event, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.